Good evening, everybody. This is take two of me trying to do a live stream. It's been quite a while since I've made any kind of videos on here at all, so I thought I would, and I've kind of gotten out of the habit of doing videos, so I need to get myself back into it. And so I thought it would be easier for me to just to do a little live stream from the shop, and hopefully kickstart making some more videos back on the channel. So I am obviously in the shop. Hey Shazad, thanks for popping in. Um, I did earlier on. It was we were busier, so I just kept on getting interrupted with customers, which is obviously a good thing, but it makes it not so fun to do this. I should have known better. I thought, okay, we were going to be a bit quieter at that point, but it wasn't. So, been really busy getting orders sorted. Well, not orders sorted, stock sorted. I'm actually here to do a little bit of listing of some new items onto the website, and we'll see what happens. Um, hey, hi Leanne. You really let yourself go. Really? What do you mean by that? Like what? As in I've gotten fatter, or like is it just the hair and the shave? Probably a bit of all three. I'm guessing, Shazad, but I'm okay. I'm okay. But yeah, it's been really nice and busy recently. And Leanne, happy Christmas to you and the family as well. I also want to say, like, it's really nice that Peter Ray has sent me a Christmas card as well, which was really sweet. And we've actually had a couple others as well, which is really nice as well. But yeah, so I'm just in the it's been a nice busy week. I'm guessing because people aren't able to guarantee that they're going to get their parcels delivered by Royal Mail. I'm guessing that's meant that I've had more customers because obviously they can just come in and pick up whatever gifts and things in person. So that's been really good. And like I said, we've just had a nice little delivery come in of a few more items. So I'm just want to make sure that they're up onto the system and ready for tomorrow. We're going to be open tomorrow, and we're going to open on Saturday as well, which is Christmas Eve. So pretty good. Pleasant Valley Picker, thanks for popping in. Will appreciate it. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? It's been a long time. I've just completely, I don't know what happened. I just got out of the habit of doing YouTube, and once you're out of the habit, it's not easy to get back into it. I'll be honest with you. It's really, I thought because I'd made so many videos and things that it would be quite easy for me to just jump in and out of making videos or whatever. But I've struggled. Like I did before deciding to just do this live stream. I did actually try to record like a little video for the channel, and I just couldn't do it. I was just like, this is. I just couldn't do it. So I thought, well, rather than do nothing, at least go live, because then it's live. I don't have to think about anything, and or anything like that. So I can kind of just be live and chat to you guys this way. And also at the same time get a little bit of work done. I mean, like I said, I'm probably only going to be here for maybe half hour, because then I've got to go pick up my eldest from work. And then then we'll be just calling it for a night. And then, like I said, we'll be back in here tomorrow. Back in here on Saturday, and I think, touch wood, I think sales are going to be good. This week has been really nice, so it's been very welcome, because overall the year hasn't been as good as the previous year. Um, who knows why? Could be a number of reasons. Maybe we just didn't have the right stock. Maybe we didn't have enough variety. Who knows what it is? But overall, the year has not been quite as good as last year. So it's nice to see that we've had this nice little kind of push in the last few days, which is good. Um, yes, wishing you, Beck and the girls, very Merry Christmas. Same to you, Will. Really appreciate it. Hey Barry, thanks for popping into the chat. Merry Christmas to you as well. Hope you have a really lovely day. I think everyone's looking forward to it a little bit extra this year. It's been quite, it's been one of those years, hasn't it, where kind of glad that it's dealt with. Let's move on. So yeah, I mean, I can understand that completely. It's not been one of those kind of ideal, it's not been an easy year for anyone, I'm guessing. So it's nice to have something, to hang out with family, and do all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm really excited about the presents we've bought for the girls as well. Really looking forward to them. I get more excited than the kids do, to be honest. I always want to tell them what I've got them, but the girls are like really, like, they're patient. But yeah, it's the best thing, isn't it? Just to be able to see a little smile on their faces because you got them something that they like, or and it's not even about what you get them as such. It's more about the whole thing. Um, Not all your fault, Z. You've been crazy here the past year. Several serious health issues and hours cut at work, so money tight this Christmas. Still trying to stay positive. Yeah, always. There's lots and lots of challenges. Always, Pleasant Valley, as you know, like health definitely something to keep an eye on. Health challenges, 100%. It's something I'm keeping an eye out on as much as I can. I'm actually trying to be a lot more healthy. I've been reducing how often I'm going to the roasting joint, for example, and I'm generally trying to reduce how much I'm eating. I've actually lost a little bit of weight, which I'm really happy about. I'm hoping that this time, and I know I've been on here many times before, and I've been like, yeah, this is it. I'm gonna, change what I eat and be healthy. But I've actually really implemented a lot more kind of like a lot more walking and a lot more kind of health based stuff because of health reasons as well. I mean, I've had not a health scare or anything like that, but that you get a wake up call here and there, the odd thing happens, so it's good to kind of be on top of that. Tom says, good to see you, Z. Merry Christmas to you as well, Tom. Thank you for popping in. So are you having a Royal Mail strike? Yes, Pleasant Valley. I believe they're striking tomorrow and the day after, I think. But that's not really been an issue for me. I've sent everything using Royal Mail, and everything I've sent has reached its destination. I've got to say that for me personally, like, why would I pay Hermes anything when generally, obviously, strikes aren't always happening? It's £2.85 for Royal Mail Tracked 48. It's a great service. I can't knock it. It works really well. If customers aren't in, they've always got a local post office they can go to pick up their parcels, and generally customers are a lot more trusting. I think it's one of the reasons why I've not had a huge amount of people going, oh, where's my parcel, where's my parcel, because as soon as you say to them, oh, it's the tracking says this, and then they find out that it's been sent with a third party courier, straight away some customers will just get their back up and they'll be like, oh, it'll never arrive. Why did you use, because everyone's still, whether it's misplaced or not, everyone still prefers Royal Mail. I think people are more confident in their parcels arriving with it. That's just my experience. I much prefer using it. I don't get like nearly as many headaches personally, I find, using them. But to be fair, the strikes won't affect me because we have sold nothing recently on eBay. And I'm not sure why, but last few days have just been absolutely dead days. So thank God for the shop, and even thank God for the website where we've been getting our sales. So eBay just been a bit iffy, and I'm not sure why that is. I've got a feeling it's got something to do with a case. Someone opened a case ages ago for item not received, whereas tracking said that it had been delivered. So they opened the case. So I updated the case with the tracking information stating tracking shows the item's been delivered, and I thought that would be the end of it. But what happened is the case was should have been resolved by the 30th of November, and I looked the other day. I think it was on the 19th, so about 19 days after it should have been resolved. I looked, or 20 days after it should have been resolved. I looked just to find, in my horror, that there was this case still pending or open that should have been resolved, and it wasn't resolved, even though I'd uploaded tracking which proved delivery had taken place. So that was annoying, because then as soon as I contacted eBay manually, they fixed it. But I'm guessing that's had an impact in a big way, because I think our items are just not being shown, because it's hard to believe that my items are not getting any kind of notice on eBay, whereas on our website and in our shop we're doing quite okay at the moment. So yeah, it's just something to think about. But yeah, I'm also of the mind at the moment to have a massive clear out, actually, speaking of eBay, and only list items that I'm going to be listing in the shop and stuff anyway, so move away from all the electronics and stuff, because they take up so much space. You have to test them, and I think I'm at the point now where I'm finally kind of like done with it. So even when I go car booting, etc., I think I'm going to be super strict on myself and only buy things that I know I'm going to be like listing on our website as well as eBay. I'm not. I think I'm gonna on purposely leave things like electronics and stuff, even if I know that they're worth money. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I think I'm just done with it. Like, I think I've enjoyed selling that stuff on eBay. I've enjoyed all that, but I'm very keen on just focusing on the shop now and on our website. And if anything, I just want our eBay to be a reflection of the shop and website going forward. I think just because I think when you start dabbling in CRT monitors and printers and this, that, the other, I'm kind of just done with it. It's not my cup of tea. Hello, Lee. Fix it for reselling. Merry Christmas to you and the missus as well. We've been using Royal Mail Track the last few weeks and had no problems. 100%. 100%. It's been absolutely... yeah, for me, Royal Mail has been bulletproof even with the strikes. I've all my parcels have reached my customers, so I can't grumble, can I? Really, like it's a no brainer for me. Yeah, it's just works really well. Um, you are lucky to have affordable couriers. Yeah, we're very lucky. Honestly, Pleasant Valley, £2.85. Royal Mail Tracked 48 gets you, I think, up to £50 compensation. It's tracked door to door, and everyone trusts Royal Mail really. And you know what? I hope they do get something from these strikes, because I think anyone that's striking at the moment, I think, deserves to get a little bit more than they're currently getting. That's my opinion. I remember Canada Post had a rotating strike around 5 years ago, and it slowed the whole system down. Oop, that's a bit noisy. Whoop. Um, let's turn it off. Slowed the whole system down. Parcels not getting delivered until January. Yeah, I think that's going to happen. Yeah, it's going to happen. I think there are obviously going to be people that are affected. I can only go by my personal experience, and so far it's been good. Leanne asks, are you going to the spring fair again in the new year? It depends on whether Beck can get time off, or if Beck has any time off from work. I would like to, Leanne, because it was eye-opening. It was so great to actually see and meet distributors and wholesalers. We were able to open some really cool accounts and gain access to products that we didn't even have any idea about. So it really was an eye-opener, Leanne. I'm hoping we will, but it depends, because I know we might also have family coming up and stuff, so I'm not sure on that, but I would love to. If I can, I will, and I'd like to obviously go with Beck as well, though. Barry says, you say that now, but I bet if you see an electronic item, they were asking a tenner, and you can get 100, you'll still buy it. You know what, Barry? I've got a pretty good source of stock like that. And I have been making returns like that, like you say, tens into hundreds, five into hundreds, etc. I had some really good deals, but honestly, I think it's a mental thing, Barry, where I kind of feel like the time it takes to test, clean, and then you've got to store, and then I think just overall, I really want to focus. I think I really want to focus. I think I've enjoyed reselling those items for many years. I've really enjoyed it, and maybe in the future, like maybe I'll do it as when I'm a bit more kind of relaxed about it, I suppose. I don't know how to explain it, but I think maybe once I'm a bit more kind of satisfied with where our website and our shop is, maybe then I'll dabble again. But right now, I kind of feel like it's more of a distraction than anything, and I kind of feel like I really want to focus. Like, I can get wholesale products. I want to focus on getting good at marketing and selling wholesale products, because I would like it so that like you've got your set number of listings on eBay, right? I would like it if each of my listings had sales history, and each of my listings produced some kind of regularish income that I could be like, you know what, in a 12-month period, this listing here is going to make me, say, I don't know, £200-300 profit. And imagine if I had a few hundred listings like that, I'd be very happy. And I want to kind of, I want to like grow and like cultivate listings like that going forward. I would love to have a store where it was these items that I can buy at wholesale, that I can, that I can predictably get hold of, and that I don't need to, I can just kind of just build a good quality listing around it and get sales like that. That's how I want to kind of, that's what I would like to kind of have. So a store where, you have like a bunch of items. They might only make you a few £100 a year, but if there's no rule, like it's kind of just more on a few £100 a year, a whole bunch of listings that do that, and they're kind of repeatable and things like that. I think that's what I'm kind of looking for, really. But yeah. Night's Life has popped in. Hi Richard, thank you for popping in. Beck working again. Yes, she is. She's doing 3 days, but they're long days, and like they're full on days. They're like morning till evening. So she does like 3 days a week. But who knows? There may be other opportunities as well, which may end up her doing more days. She's really, really happy at the new place where she's working. Which is fantastic. It's been amazing. It's been so nice for us. Obviously, with the financial stability, the stress relief, it's just so nice to have the steady income going on as a kind of core to cover you, and then you can kind of grow the other stuff around it. And it's just been really nice. And like I said, she's really happy about it as well. We're feeling good at the moment. We're feeling good, and I think that's nice to be able to say, if I'm honest, guys. But thank you for asking, Pleasant Valley. Yeah, she's really happy with where she's working. Hey David M, thanks for popping in. Hope you're well. And yeah, honestly, I think it's I suppose also part of my thinking is also because obviously we've got Beck working. It means that I can then focus on trying to create I want a more predictable, repeatable like eBay store. Like I want all the listings to reflect what we're doing on the website, to reflect what we're doing in the shop. So that's the aim, really. I mean, obviously, some of you guys out here may also follow. Oh God, his name's gone. Walter, of course. Antiques and collectibles. Walter's done an amazing job at building a website which now gets enough traffic for him that he doesn't even need to use eBay at all. And that's, for me, that's just like that would be amazing. I still want to use eBay though. I don't think I can understand where, as far as he's concerned, because he sells some really high end collectibles and that kind of stuff, like vintage stuff, and he's keeping all of that money, and he's achieving higher prices than he could on eBay. So I can appreciate him being totally cool with just working on his online presence. I still want to have an eBay store always, because I just think it's a good thing to have, especially in the pop culture type niche. But I think, like I said, I want to just see. I want to use eBay in a different way. Like we always say that eBay is not for like the small sellers like us, and they're not into the used products. They're promoting people that are just selling, mass produced stuff. And I'm kind of like, you know what? I want to try that side of the tracks, as it were. I want to have a store built on wholesale products, and that's what I would like, basically. A store which all of my listings are wholesale, multi-quantity, and bring in a certain amount over the year, and I'm happy with it. And it means I don't have to think. I don't even have to. It can run as automated as possible, and I can just keep putting fresh products on, finding the right products to put on. So I want to take that angle. I still, like I said, would do the used stuff, but again, I want it to reflect the shop, so I still want it to be pop culture stuff. So that's why I'm kind of like, I've got at the moment about 4 CRT monitors. I've got cameras. I've got all kinds of electronics, and I'm thinking of just like wanting, I want to get rid of it all in one go, because I want that space so that I can use that space. Because the other side of it is, as well, is I still want to do fairs and comic cons and things, and I need to really be able to store some stock specifically for that. And I hate having to constantly take stuff off the shop floor to go to a fair, so I need to have different stock for different avenues. So and I that space is being taken up with all this kind of eBay stuff. And you don't know what you're going to pick up. You don't know the size of what you're going to pick up. You can end up with all kinds of things, and you know, sometimes you may go through weeks where you've got a really compact, nice eBay setup where all your items are small and fit on a shelf, and then you might go through a few weeks where you're picking up really big, bulky items because they're super profitable, but then it takes up all this room. There's all that kind of stuff, and I think I'm just, like I said, mentally, I think I've got to be honest, guys. I think the thought of going out and on a treasure hunt, as it were, it doesn't appeal now to me, because it doesn't appeal. I enjoy watching people thrifting. I'm actually really enjoying watching people going out and thrifting and finding stuff, but I've got to be honest, personally, I don't want to do it now. I think I'm just tired of it. I've fallen out of love with it, maybe, perhaps. And I think that's something to bear in mind. I'm much happier at the moment, when I'm dealing with like my wholesalers and things like that. I'm just much happier, and I've got to look at what obviously makes me happy, because then I'm more likely to kind of keep at it and going for it, and you know, it's just how I feel. That's just how I feel at the moment, and you know, that can all change. I've always been pretty open with you guys, and you know, I do change my mind a lot, and I don't apologize for that. I'm I'm just the way I am. I'm sure a lot of people change their minds. Just how I feel at the moment. I want to try, like, I want to see what eBay is truly capable of. Like, for me, I know it can do a lot more for me, and I think I've got access to products, and I'm not taking advantage of it because I'm too busy out there picking up random bits of tech and electronics and whatever. And you know, and yes, it does make great money. I'll give you an example. Actually, on, I think, just after Christmas, there's a customer that's going to be coming around. It's all gone through eBay. They've paid through eBay to pick up a CRT monitor, and honestly, I get CRT monitors for like next to nothing. And because I was actually selling these on eBay for well over £100, but I got to the point where just storing the monitors and having big boxes to ship them, it's just so much of a time constraint. It's so much of a headache, and like I said, mentally, I'm so tired of it that I decided, instead of asking like £100+, I put them up on eBay for £40 collection only, and someone's bought one. Now that monitor probably owes me a fiver at most, guys. So it's still really good. It's really good profit, but I don't want it, if you know what I mean. Like, I've still got I've sold that one. I've still got about 3 or 4 monitors, and I'd happily just sell them really cheap just to get rid of them. I want shot of it. I want to go fully wholesale, and I still will do used, but within my niche. I want to try the whole kind of, like I said, pop culture only. I want to just stick to my lane and get good at it. I want to get good at sourcing. Like Leanne mentioned, the fairs. There's an art to that stuff. Going to a big fair like that, it's full with thousands of exhibitors, thousands and thousands of products, and it takes skill and knowledge to work out what's going to work for you, which products are you're going to be able to market, and how are you going to merchandise them and show them. There's a lot to it, and I think I want to really learn that kind of craft, really. So that's just how I feel. Yeah, it was Antiques Arena, Leanne, that's right. Z, sell it to a nearby reseller, you will feel better. Yeah, I think that could be an option. If there's anyone nearby me that wants a bunch of stuff, more than welcome to let me know, and or I'll car boot it or something. But I need it gone, to be honest, because I want the space. Z, change your mind. I never know. It's very funny. Pleasant Valley. Leanne says, Z, do you ever watch Shelley? I haven't watched her recently, but I do follow Shelley. She's always changing what and where she sells stuff, but admits to being like that. You know what, Leanne? Yeah, I think I relate to Shelley a lot in that respect, because I know she's always changing how she's doing things. Like, I think the last time I remember, she was like really heavily into her bundles of jewelry, and she'd just come back onto eBay though. She'd stopped doing eBay, but then she'd just come back onto it. I mean, I'm still wanting to do eBay, but I'm wanting to do it differently. I think my thing is like I don't want to be taking computers apart, or I don't want to be shipping TVs and monitors and I mean, I'll give you another example. Like an amazing printer flip I got for like next to nothing, and again they came and collected it. It was like an £80 sale, really good profit. I get that. I get that. There's huge profit to be made, but I want to see if I can build a steady income with steady wholesale, where I don't have to worry about like all the other I want to be able to just be good at sourcing wholesale, learning how to source wholesale, and then being good at marketing it, selling it, whether it's in the shop, on the website, through social media, or on obviously eBay. Like I would love to be able to get some really successful wholesale listings, because I've had a taste of it in the past with a few products, and I'm like, imagine if I had a store full of products like this. They don't need to make huge amounts per sale, but if it's a repeatable item and I can get similar items and a whole bunch of them, and you see there's lots of stores like that. There's lots and lots of stores out there that are like that, and they do survive. So just something to try. I'll be on here soon, I'm sure, going, oh yeah, I've gone back to just buying electronics. I know, probably, but right now it's not that way. I just want it all gone. Pleasant Valley says I need to make changes the coming year too. Still have old stock on shelf that is low quality. Need to clear it all out and concentrate on hiding high quality merch. Well, that's the thing. I recently did that as well, because I thought to myself, I'm only going to have high end, high ticket electronics and stuff. I was thinking that way, but just it's hard to. It takes a lot of time to do that. So I had really good sales, really good conversion rate. With about 200 items, but to continuously do that requires continuously going out there, continuously looking for stock, and I just didn't. It's just not what I want to do. I don't want to be continuously going out there and treasure hunting, because it's not the best use of my time, because when with the shop, especially the shop requires you to be here, obviously, and I've got to be productive, bearing that in mind. Oh, there he is, Walter. Thanks for popping in, Antiques and Collectibles. Evening. I hope you have a great Christmas too. Yeah, I was actually just talking about your stream that you did actually recently, Walter, about your website and how the wonders it's done for you, and I absolutely I'd aspire to achieve that. Tea Cakes in the chat also has a good website as well. Leanne has also had a very successful e-commerce business as well, I believe, with party supplies and stuff in the past, and it's just, yeah. Shelley says she doesn't really want to sell jewelry now as prices have tanked. She's getting back into Etsy, trying Depop and Vinted, and has a basic shop. You're all caught up now. Well, I've got a basic shop at the moment on eBay, and I've been doing fine with it. But like I said, it's just I still want to do eBay, but it's the way there's different ways to do it. Like they always say, there's plenty of. I don't like the saying, it's horrible, because I always think of cats, but there's more than one way to skin a cat, obviously, and it just makes me think, like, I've done this way a lot, like the thrifted, random, don't know what I'm going to find one week to the next way for a long time, and I have done the steady multi-quantity listing stuff in the past as well, like through, for example, with the RC parts and things as well. And I've got to remember, like, that was the time I think I was probably overall happiest with eBay. So I kind of feel like that's where I'm going to go. I'm going wholesale. I'm putting it out there. That's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to just give it a good go. Electronics are worth it if it's higher end stuff. Yes and no, Pleasant Valley. On an individual basis, yes. Obviously, if you see an item that's like 10 into a couple hundred, it sounds stupid to give that up. But when I think about it, I'm like, I need to be focused. I need to be focused on my lane. I need to be like, I need to be good at what I do. I need to kind of like just, there's plenty of money out there. Like when we always say there's plenty of profit out there. There's plenty of profit for everyone, and there's plenty of products out there for everyone. You can't make all the money. You sometimes you have to kind of accept that, and I've got to accept that I might now start seeing electronics out there, and that I know will make me good profit, but I will have to leave them and instead be like, the money that I would have put into that and the time I would have put into that product, for example, I will just continue to put into my, like, the pop culture side of things. Bad Biscuit, hey, hello Treacle. All right, Lex, how are you? Thanks for popping in. I haven't called anyone Treacle in a long time, Lex. There, so, but yeah, I think that's where I'm going with this, really, and I think, like I said, part of it, guys, don't just think about what I'm saying and apply logic to it, because it's not all logic based. It's, some of this is mental based. I think I'm just tired. Um, I'm. I think I'm, like I said, I think I've lost some of the passion for going out there and treasure hunting, as it were. Like, even when I do want to, like, even when I say, like, I will still sell used stuff, I'd much rather sell used stuff that walked into the shop. So people trying to sell me things in the shop, I think I'd rather buy used stuff like that. So for example, like if someone comes in and they want to clear something, and I can just be straight up with them and be like, well, obviously this is what I'll pay for it, because obviously I need it under market value. And if they want to make a deal and sell me a collection of something, then that's great. I think right now, as it stands, I think it's very difficult for me to. I think I've lost I'll be honest. I think I've just lost the passion for it. Like, I used to get excited about the thought of going to a car boot. Now I want to go to a car boot just to find cool stuff for myself. Like, for if I'm collecting stuff, if I go to a car boot, I want to go back to when I first started going to car boots. I went because I used to like buying cool stuff for myself, right? I don't want to be chasing around trying to get the, like this year I got, what is it, some kind of Mario game or something, for, like, I sold it for like 300 quid, great, right? But I don't want to be chasing around for that. I don't want to be, I want to just go there for fun now and, like, enjoy it like I used to. I think I've, some of it, like I said, is just, I've just lost enjoyment for the treasure hunting side of things. And I think until I can get that back, I think I'm better off just focusing. Oh wow, Tracy, how are you? Thanks for popping in, Tracy. Hope you're well. I know you've been quite busy with loads of stuff as well, so good to see you. Good to see you. Hard to build a good workflow. That's the thing, workflow. That's such an important phrase there. I know that sounds really kind of, like, it sounds really kind of businessy or geeky in a way, workflow, but workflow is important. You can just set yourself up so much better. Like, you can you can concentrate on other things. Wholesale seems like you could get into a good rhythm. You really can. Yeah. Z, would you pick up cameras and lenses as they are less work and your knowledge is good? I've saying that, Leanne, I've actually recently sold a lens that I picked up. I think I picked up 3 lenses for £10, 3 of them, and I sold one lens. How much was it for? Let me just see if I can find it. Can I find it? I sold this lens that, like I said, I picked up 3 lenses for a tenner, right? And I sold this lens. I think it was £80 or £85. And I've still got another one listed for about £80. But I know that sounds weird, Leanne, but yeah, £85 I sold it for. But it sounds weird, but no, I don't think I want to pick those up either, because again, it's not how I want to run things at the moment. At the moment, I want predictability, consistency, like that's the first time in quite a while I've found a good lens bundle or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd be more likely to pick those up because they're small and compact, Leanne. I think cameras and lenses may still sneak in, but again, it's too inconsistent. Like, you can go far too long without finding any good cameras and lenses to then have to have a setup for it or to have space dedicated to it. I still kind of feel like I need to just focus a bit, and you know that they'll always be there, and if I change my mind, I can always go back to that. I, like you say, not to sound big-headed. I do know about lenses. I do know about cameras. I know enough to make good profit. I can tell when something is good. Um, it's just not. I think I wouldn't want to be in anything else right now other than wholesale and collections that walk into the shop. I think literally, I think I want to distill it down to wholesale and collections that come into the shop. That's literally what I want it to be. I think that's and when I go to the car boot in the summer, I will go on the nicest, hottest days. I'll walk around calmly with Rebecca. Rebecca won't be like left behind while I'm scooting off to stall after stall. I'll be casually walking with her, having a coffee in my hand, just enjoying a nice stroll through the car boot and picking up the stuff for the house, because I still value, this is not to say I'm shunning like used items and things like that. I still value it. I'm still not going to go out and spend retail on stuff that I know I can get better quality items for like next to no money, and with my income currently, with our family income, it makes more sense to go to a car boot. I know I can pick up dinner sets, for example, that would in a shop cost us hundreds of pounds for a few quid at a car boot. Why wouldn't I pick up a quality dinner set? People pick up all kinds of fine china and stuff like that, so why not? I'd still do that stuff for the house, and for like, for example, for my hobbies. Why wouldn't I pick up RC cars? Like, because brand new RC cars are super expensive. When you buy old ones, you can really enjoy it, and but I'm not going to be like zooming around, and like, I'm not going to be in the thick of it like I have been in the past season, etc. That's I think that's my convoluted explanation, Leanne. That's just, I know it was a bit. God, I'm really rambly, aren't I? You can tell I haven't done this in a while. Question from Treacle, aka Lex. What's the best part of a Christmas dinner? Sprouts. I love sprouts. I absolutely love sprouts. Beck makes Yorkshire puddings as well, which are cool. But sprouts for me, I love sprouts. I will eat lots of them. The whole thing. To be honest with you, for me, Christmas dinner is about the whole plate, like the turkey, the gravy, the vegetables, like the whole thing, the whole shebang. It's got to be the whole shebang. I don't think. I would say I do like sprouts because it's probably the only time of the year that I'll eat them. But I really do love sprouts. Yeah, you did not expect. What did you expect? Pleasant Valley says, if I run across $100 plus item that I can get cheap, I'll do it. I don't see that stuff often anyway, so it's more of a side dish than a main course. Yeah, I completely get that. Yeah, it's one of those things. I know what you mean, because you're right. It is rare. Like, that's why we kind of remember the big sales that we get, because they're so random when they pop up. But yeah, that's just how I feel. Bet you're fragrant after a plate of sprouts. Lex, it, it's, I've got a good digestive system. It breaks things down. I think I like to think I've got the digestive system comparable to that of like an alligator or something. I can eat anything and break it down. Take that how you will. I won't go too far into it because it's, Leanne says no, not sprouts. Roast potatoes, obviously, and Yorkshire roast potatoes. A good crispy roast potato is amazing. Yeah, I do like a good roast. Beck makes some really nice roast potatoes. I'm really looking forward to Christmas dinner now, guys. It's been a while since we've had a roast dinner. Don't really have it very often, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. You know what? This year, it's important that we have a good Christmas. I think everyone. Z loves sprouts. Trouble is, a couple of hours after, Bex and the kids aren't so keen. Is Yorkshire pudding a standard at Christmas dinner? Yes. I've seen you eat your machine. Thanks, Lex. Guys, by the way, I've just caught sight of the clock. Thank you. I'm going to call it now because I've got to make my way, shut the shop down and make my way to pick up my daughter. It's been a pleasure to be back on live and have you lovely folk in the chat. I do apologize for anyone that popped into the 40-second stream I did earlier in the day. Yeah, it was things I remember that you have sold: embroidery machine, the world globe, and trousers with a yellow stick. Thanks, Leanne. I will be back hopefully with either a video or maybe I'll just do live streams. I think at the moment I've I, d- I don't know about you guys, but I think I'm struggling to make recorded videos. It's been a while since I've done them. And I'm really struggling. Every time I've tried to do it, I just go, oh, that's garbage, that's terrible, and I stop. So I might just do more of these little live streams. I hope that's okay with you guys because that's all I can really do right now. So I'll just pop on live randomly and talk and share some stuff with you. I might do some videos, but there might just be like product showcases for the shop. So that might be what I can do because I can face doing that. But making like a regular like vloggy style video, at the moment I just can't do it mentally again. But yeah, I'm gonna be making a move. Hope everyone has the most amazing Christmas. I really do hope you guys just relax, enjoy it, just spend time with friends, families, loved ones. If you can't do that, then still just make the most of it. Binge watch loads of cool TV, eat loads of chocolate, eat loads of food, just indulge and just forget about stuff for a couple of days. And I really am I'm hoping everyone has a great Christmas, a great New Year, and like I said, I'll see you guys hopefully in another random live stream. On that note, thank you for popping in, guys, and I'll see you soon.